Hey, 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 welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J1999, your host and part of the RSG crew. Glad to have everybody here on this Thursday and last day of January. Shout out to all our people in the U.S. that are dealing with all that cold. It's almost over, guys, so hang in there, be safe, and don't get yourself into trouble. Don't do it. If you guys are new to the lunch stream, wondering what the hell this is where we hang out with you good folks for the next hour and a half. We'll answer your questions. We're going to do some roster reviews. Real quick, knocking out the mechanics before I introduce everybody and we get into it. So if you have questions you want us to answer, all you need to do is put your question in the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement or your question that you're asking. It helps us scoop it up. If you don't, well, we'll probably miss it. Just with Nightbot, it just helps us weed out the actual question. So please do. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up on the video. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. We do a lot of live streaming, and if you'd like to see the live streams that we do for Galaxy Heroes and whatnot, then all you need to do is hit that subscribe, hit that bell button, and that being said, welcome. Oh yeah, check out our Patreon, and we have our American Cancer Society stuff as well. So, if you guys didn't miss it, we did a 2-hour stream early this morning. I logged in. Finn had already started doing Revan, and I did it afterwards. So after that, if you want to go back in and watch, you can. It's on the YouTube channel. Finn will have to probably rename it. He wanted to do the strange thing where he wanted me to he do his video of Revan Unlock, and then me do a video of me doing Revan Unlock. I was like, what? No! It's a strange creature from another planet. I swear to God. But yes, you can see that I've got my road unlocked. I only need one more piece of Gear 12 gear. That being said, let's introduce everybody that's here right now. I don't know where the hell Dr. Finn is, but I do know we've got Grim the Mechanic here.
How's it going, guys?
And all the way from across the pond, we've got Mr. Mike Hunt.
Oh, wow.
And yes, I've got Revan there, sitting there. So yes, there you go. And all his beautiful glory. Now I'm going to collect my energy. So you guys can see that I do have it. I've already started climbing up an arena. I was way down like 63, so I'm number 13 now. I'm going to go for the top 5 here in a little bit, but not right now. All right, now I'm going to focus in on well, gear first. I need certain pieces, so I'm looking for them. Oh no, okay, wait. We'll get our Territory Wars rewards. Then I'll do that, and then I can get the last piece on Revan that I need. Perfect. All right, so I can't get it right this second, but I'll get that here in a little bit. And Territory Wars, I hope everybody's Territory Wars went well. We are going to win our Territory Wars. A great battle. I want to shout out the people we were facing, which is the original Crimson Elite. So good job, guys. They're finishing up their board. They probably clears, but I don't think they're going to have enough. Yeah, they're not going to have enough to beat us. So nice Territory War win. For us as well. Captain Obvious. Yeah, you gotta take that up with Finn, Captain Obvious. You know, so. But we did announce yesterday on the Wednesday night stream that we were going to be doing that. So it's not like we just did it out of the blue. It was announced yesterday that we were going to do that before the lunch stream today. So that was put out there. So
well, there are some times where we wish we could take away Finn's privilege.
You know,
5 minutes before the stream, hey Ranger, download this. We're gonna use it on the stream in 5 minutes.
You're not wrong. You're really
and then
not.
I proceed to listen to Ranger rip Finn a new one.
He's a strange man from another planet. He really is. So if y'all want to be angry at Finn. Don't be angry at me. I mean, he's but welcome everybody in the chat. Hey, Miss Passier's here.
Oh, yes.
Can I invite him to the lunch stream? Miss, let us know if you want to join us on the lunch stream. Because it's Thursday night, and I'll be joining him on his stream if he's doing that. Oh, at work sneaking a peek. Never mind that. Okay, let's not get you in trouble. Okay. But all right, I'll show Revan again. I'm getting messages in Discord. Okay, let's show Revan again. There he is. All the Zetas, Omegas done, everything like that. I just need these pieces right here. These ones right, the MK6. But with the Territory War rewards, I should be able to easily get that. I think we have a Sith Ray today as well, so he'll be completely done. You can see I've modded him, I've done everything, I had all the gear. I was caught up a little bit. Some of the blue pieces that I thought that I had enough of caught me. There's those little green ones too that I was like, you son of a. So Revanator is done. the revenue. He is completely done. Just need one more gear piece, and then he'll be scored away. So there you go. So I hope everybody else is getting unlocking. I know Finn unlocked his Revan, and he didn't have enough gear to even come close, but he'll farm it and get it up there. So the one thing is I'm going to get my Revan speed once I get all said and done. He should be at 6 more speed, 303. I've got some work to do on the mods, but I've been getting horrible rolls on the mods and stuff. It's like, really? I can't get 20s on any of my mods. Let's see. Let's look again. Yeah, crap. I want speed. Nope, not there. I'm moving on. It doesn't do me any good, any of these mods. So, but I digress. So, Mr. Scene, he'll be unlocking it tonight. So basically, it was interesting, before I go into the roster review, with all that spent on Revan, I still have enough pieces. I just need these NK10s to take admission still to 11. Like, okay, that'll work. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right, so here we go. Let's start with our roster reviews. We're all alone again, Graham and Mike. They left us. It's just us again.
It's funny how
it's getting old.
Grande could hop on earlier, but
he was helping me do the mods and stuff like that. But then he had to take some medicine to one of his kids. So yeah, Faymok, I don't know what's going on. So YouTube has been doing a lot of strange stuff lately. Faymok, we can't get past 3,880 subscribers. Once we hit that mark, it drops down by 4 or 5. Then we go back up, and then it goes back down. YouTube is doing some BS. We are going to start dual streaming soon to Twitch here very quickly. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Twitch takes off, YouTube, we will upload videos. We will no longer do live streaming on this stupid crap. YouTube is doing too much retarded stuff with their site. Notifications not being sent out, revenue being slaughtered, all kinds of stuff. And you know what? They're gonna lose out, because when everybody and their mom goes to Twitch, then they're gonna be like, okay. They're gonna have to get their act together, because people will come in and be like, yeah. So we're setting that up now. We're setting up the dual stream platform. It's gonna cost us money and stuff. So, Christ. But that's what we do. That's what we use all the money for and stuff, is to do stuff like that for you guys. So we'll start with dual streaming. If Twitch takes off, then we'll just use this channel to upload videos and stuff like that. So I won't. YouTube
will just buy Twitch though.
Depends.
I hope not.
It'd be kind of productive for them to do that, because they already have YouTube. So if you buy Twitch, the only way they would buy it is to kill it. And I think there's too many people out there that would, like Amazon might be like, no, we'll buy Twitch.
Facebook bought instead, didn't it?
Facebook goes like, yeah. And we're trying to do some stuff, I think, with Facebook Live as well. So we're going to be doing that. So be on the lookout for that. We're researching it. We're doing it. It's going to be coming here the next week or two. If all else goes together. That is, if the government could ever get its act together, send me some of my money. God damn. I'm so sick of being poor. But anyway, that's my life, and I'm sticking to it. We have some roster reviews today. So the first one we're doing is JK Robaka's profile, and they're in order _69. So shout out to order _69. And let's see what they want today. It helps if I was on our Discord. Okay. I would like a general review. Which state is next? I have one saved up. Well, okay. Which ship to focus on next to gear? I'm one shot away from locking Treya. I'm currently farming BSF, Ordo, Vando, Chewie, Range Trooper, and Anakin's ship. I'm able to get number 1 both squad in Ships Arena. I'm aiming to get whatever lineage drops in February. Well,
he said he's one shard away from Treya.
That was a while ago. I'm sure if I pull up his roster, that he's probably got it.
Yeah, actually, Treya's not showing up, but his Sith are ready for when he gets Treya.
Yeah,
and Gear 11, Scion, and Nihilus. No Zetas on him though.
The good thing is, I just want to look at his pillars. So he's got Revan, which is unreal for his account. What's his GP at? Pretty impressive. Yeah, he's doing great in Arena. He's doing great in Fleet. 2.2 million you already have Revan taken care of, so that's really, really good. But let's look at the pillars, because if you're looking for what's coming in, so you've got 3PO 7-star, Han, Luke, Chewie, Revan, RT, BB-8, JTR, Thrawn, Palpatine. Yeah. Pretty much have all the pillars knocked out. All right, so fine in my book. Good lord. I mean, Sith you'll get when you get your trade done, but if you just filter by Sith, where are you at? And looking at your roster, yeah, it's fine. 11s. You can take Palpatine to 11, Vader at 11, but so the first thing he asks us, which is his Zetas. So let's look at his Zetas. He's got not a lot of Zetas. So interesting. Very interesting. He does have Bosk, Chewie, Han. Nothing on CLS, nothing on JTR. Well, no, he has JTR's leadership. Does have 2 on R2. Has BB-8. So,
I'd say be prepared to drop 2 Zetas on Treo once he gets him up there.
Yeah, I think you save your 2 Zetas for Traya and get her going and maybe get your Sith team going. There's a lot of different ways you can go, but I would say priority is Traya. Yeah. Hi, Finn. Thanks for showing up on time.
Sorry, my meeting ran long.
Yeah, sure.
Hi.
So looking at it, he doesn't have a lot of Zetas, but that's understandable. He's only 2.2. He's got it in the key parts. He's got the pillars done. I mean, honestly, yeah, I'd say Traya, if you're about to unlock her, like you said. Let me go back and look at that message.
Well, yeah,
are we on J. Crow still?
Yeah, I'm 1 shot away from unlocking Traya. So if he hasn't unlocked her, he is now. So, boy, oh boy. I would say, yeah, Traya, work on the Sith.
Traya, then maybe Scion.
Yeah, if you want to get your Sith team going.
I'm looking at his Zetas. He doesn't have any of the I regret spending a Zeta on him Zetas.
Not at all. Not
Which
at
is
all.
good.
No, I'm perfectly fine with what he's done here. See, this is what I like to see. His Hermit Yoda 7 stars. I bet if he's working on your Wampa, if it's not showing, he's already started. Yeah, his Wampa, he's already working on his 5-star. He hasn't leveled him or anything, but that's perfect. There's no fluff GP in this roster. There is none. I'm just going through and looking. He's working on the new Old Republic tunes, and I'm totally fine with it. I mean, what does he say? Let's see what he said he's farming again. I'm currently farming BSF. Fine with that. Ordo, fine with that. Vandor Chewie, totally fine with that. Range Trooper, fine with that. And Anakin ship. Yeah, I'm fine with all that. Because you know why? You've done it the right way, my friend. I mean, looking at this roster, the pillars are done. You've got all the pillars. And a lot of the key characters in the key spots. So really, what you can do now is just start picking a squad and start rounding them out. Mm-hmm. So with Zetas and things of that nature. So Sith is a great one to start with. Start with Trey, get your Sith rocking and rolling. That's pretty powerful stuff there. If you got Revan and Trey at 2.2 and you've got CLS and you got JTR, brother, I would hate to face you in Grand Arena. You would just smoke some people. I mean, honestly.
Has he got Veers done? Zeta?
No, but I would still do.
I mean, if he's working on Range Trooper, I was just thinking that possibly. I mean, the one Zeta does the entire faction.
It does, but I mean, his troopers are his Veers is only 6, 7 stars. His troopers needs a lot of work. So Stark is only 50 level, gear level 1. So gotcha. His Sith are ready to go. So let's finish those off.
Man, I'm liking the way he has his roster set up.
It's
the characters that he is not using their level 1 gear 1, but 7 stars, which is.
It's Range Trooper's 5-star.
That's the way you want to do it.
Absolutely. I mean,
no
absolutely.
Fluff.
There's no fluff. I mean, this is how you
should save it.
He could, but it's Traya. Remember,
So
we
here's
always
the
say,
thing,
but
right?
we always say this, Finn. Go with what you know.
No. So I'm not saying not to put it on Traya, but here's the thing: Traya needs both her leader and her unique. Putting a Zeta on only one is not going to be beneficial for him because you would typically want to do the unique before the leader because her unique is really what makes that team. It's the dispelling of all the debuffs, right? And you can use Traya under an Emperor Palpatine lead in the meantime.
Sure.
He doesn't have the Zeta on Emperor Palpatine. And so while I agree that his next Zetas are probably going to be on Treya, I would not put one on Treya right now. I would rather wait until you have two and then double Zeta Treya. In particular, because we don't know what is coming this month, right? And if you're not getting the benefit of Treya by putting a Zeta on her right now, which I don't think you will, if you put a Zeta on her leader without her unique, you're not going to get a huge benefit out of her. If you put the Zeta on her unique and you don't have an Emperor Palpatine lead ready to go, you're not going to get a huge benefit out of her. I would wait until you have two saved up and then put on Treya. And by the time that you accumulate your two Zetas, you will then be able to see what the hell is coming up next. Because he does have the potential to put it on Hermit Yoda. He does have the potential to put it on Enfys Nest. Right? So he has a couple of Zetas that you can put it on. He still needs a Zeta on Scion, which really helps to make that Treya team as well.
Yeah.
You can do Scion without the Zeta, but he doesn't have that one. He doesn't have It Binds All Things on CLS. He could definitely solidify his CLS teams. He doesn't have the Zeta on Jolie, which he's running a Revan team. You put that Zeta on Jolie, you kind of like make that team super. He doesn't need it. He's doing fine in Arena. But my point being, the Zeta on Treya, while I would say, and I agree with you, that is probably his next best Zeta, I would wait until you have two Zetas to put on Treya, simply because he doesn't have the characters ready right now in order to make use of a single unique Zeta Treya. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's not going to be using his set. I mean...
Yeah, so I would just save it until he has two, because then he'll be able to make use of that Treya team immediately.
Right.
Versus putting one right now and then having to wait. Because I don't want him to wait while a Zeta is already utilized versus waiting while he has a Zeta in hand in case something else drops. Because he mentioned, right, he's farming Fallen Bastila, he's farming Ordo, he's working on Bandor Chewie, and so potentially you can put the Zeta on Bandor Chewie and get your Scoundrel team up. I would still say Jolie is probably the better Zeta, but he's high in Arena, and so the payoff for that is not as high, right? Like, you can put the Zeta on Jolie, you can solidify your team, but he's already able to get rank 1. I don't know if he's struggling, because I see he's kind of like 4, 5, 7. It may be that he's on a rotation, and that's just the way it worked out. But if you're not getting a huge benefit out of the Zeta, and while it does make that Revan team much, much more formidable by having that Zeta on Jolie, I would say just hold on to it, because there is no urgency based on your current roster to spend that Zeta, nor do you have the team necessarily yet to surround Treya if you only do her unique. And definitely do her unique before her leader, because her unique is really what allows the Sith to keep on going with the dispelling of the debuffs. That would be my suggestion. My suggestion would just be to hold it for now, because you're in a really good position, and actually adding that Zeta to a Treya that can't really be utilized right now is actually contributing to fluff GP, which you have very little of.
No, I'm fine with that. I mean, he's got work to do, but the thing is, work on your Sith, get them knocked out, keep farming what you're farming. I think the plan and strategy that you've been using, my friend, is totally fine in my book. I mean, you've done a great job. Your tops in arena and ships. You're farming the right characters. I'm fine with you farming the new Old Republic characters, Range Trooper, some of the characters you mentioned. Totally fine with that. I mean, this is again another example of how you go about doing your roster the right way. Not a lot of fluff. All the pillars done. I mean, Boss, Jedi Knight. Look at this. And they're all geared. Jedi Knight Revan, R2-D2,
It is a fantastic
Boss,
roster.
JTR, Grandmaster Yoda, BB-8, Chewbacca, 3PO, Han, Luke. Look at this. I mean, this is how you do it. I mean, this is absolutely the way you do it. He's got his Thrawn and his Palpatine done. There's no reason they're not put up up higher. Is because they're not the year 12 yet, or in Zeta. I mean, that's the only thing. So he has done this absolutely the perfect way. He's farming Hermit Yoda. He doesn't have a lot of gear 12s. He's got a decent amount, but he's farming Hermit Yoda, and now he's working on Wampo. This is what you want to do. Absolutely the way you want to do it. So let me go back in and see what else he wanted. Let's see. Yeah, he's working on whatever legendaries drops appear. Yeah, so then hold on to your Zetas. Once you unlock Treya, she'll be 5 stars. No rush. You're doing great in PvP. Yeah, hold on to your Zetas to see what we have. He says he has 1 saved up, so I don't really have much to offer to you here, friend. You have done a fantastic job. That's kind of what he wanted us to look at. I mean,
Did you talk about his ships already too?
He didn't mention ships.
Yeah, I did. There's the third one. Which ships to focus on?
Oh, okay, next gear. Okay, I missed that one.
So I mean, I'm looking at his ships. I mean, he said he's able to get rank 1.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's got
so
Xanadu
which
Bloods,
ones to focus on
Houndstooth, Millennium Falcon. Oh, for God's sakes.
So Grande and I mentioned this before.
Biston's one definitely I would work on.
With the release of the Millennium Falcon, they showed that they are willing to do legendaries with only 4 ships, right? So that does set a precedent for us in terms of how we want to think and how we want to prepare. So there is a possibility, especially with February being what we call the Sith month, that Sith ships may have an appearance. You're able to get rank 1 in fleet, which is the first thing we want to look at. Then it's up to you kind of what you want to aim for. The Anakin Starfighter is probably the best ship that you can work on right now that will improve your roster. So if you're looking to improve your current fleet, then Anakin's is probably the one that you want to go for. If you're looking for predictive, which it sounds like you're doing quite a bit here because you're aiming for legendaries in February and you're trying to do all that planning, the Sith ships, the B-28 bomber and the Sith fighter will be 2 ships that you can potentially work on and start collecting their shards for. If you're looking for another effective squad that you can utilize, you have them pretty much at 7-star, but you don't have their characters done. It would be the Geonosians. You have the Sunfax ship at 6-star. You have the Geonosian spy at 7. You have the soldier at 7. Those 3 Geos can go with a lot of other ships and reinforcements and become really solid.
He could improve his fleet already just by working on Cassian's U-Wing.
Mm-hmm. Cassian's U-Wing is an awesome reinforcement ship.
It's 7-star. He just needs the characters to be even level. That's a great ship for reinforcements.
That's a way to instantly improve your arena fleet right there. Finish Cassian's U-Wing off. Maybe get Han for your Falcon to gear 12.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You've got a lot of the main ships done, man. I mean, good Lord. For 2.2, man, I can see why you're kicking the crap out of people in arena. To have this kind of roster at this level with these kind of characters and ships, I really don't have much to tell you, friend.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of ways you can build it, because looking at what you have right now, you have a really solid 1 fleet. And that's expected with what your GP and everything is at 2.2 million. I mean, having multiple fleets is not something that we would necessarily expect. So you have your 1 solid fleet. You're able to get top in arena. You've done everything perfect right now. So next is really kind of up to you. Do you want to start building a 2nd fleet? Do you want to start building ships that will have a better impact with your current lineup, which would be like Anakin? Geos would kind of be the first one. Do you want to try and prepare for whatever new stuff is constantly coming into the game, right? And so that would then be the Sith, if you want to do predictive. But you've worked on all of your ships very well. So, I mean, I don't really have a particular way, one way or the other, based on however you want to build your roster. You have a lot of different ships that you can go at right now. Just make sure you're constantly farming the shards from Galactic War and Fleet and all of that. So you're getting all of these to 7-star, and then you can determine which characters you want to gear up. Because usually it's the gearing that's the most difficult part. Yeah.
All right, good job. Excellent job with your roster. So that's the way to do it. All right, moving on to the next one. We are going to Galactimos profile. And
really quick, sorry, I forgot.
They're Dark Lord Rebels.
Sorry, I forgot to mention really quick. Work on your Scimitar too if you're working on the Sith ships. I forgot to mention that one. So B-28, Scimitar, and the Sith fighter.
All right.
Sorry, I want to make sure that was clear.
Yeah, Galactimos is next, and another Dark Lord guild, but that's all right. Love the Dark Lords. Let's see what he says. I'm struggling in arena. I can still reach top 100 with a bit of effort, but it's boring running Sith, and sometimes I struggle with Bastila and CL. I think he meant CLS teams. Would like to look at mods, look at fleet, and see if I can do better with another team. Look at territory teams I can use. Doing heroic Sith raid, but no, I'm way behind with those teams. So basically everything. Let's start with arena first. You know, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one, Finn. I kind of did the last one.
Sure.
So
So with Arena, I was looking at his Old Republic, so he's not going to get Revan this time around, which is fine.
He's same boat I am.
Yeah, so that means, again, you're a little bit limited on what you can run in Arena that's very effective. You also don't have C-3PO, and I'm looking at your Ewoks, and your Ewoks aren't ready for C-3PO. So I know that they're kind of boring, but unfortunately, your Emperor Palpatine team may be your best team that you can run. The other team you can potentially run, as I'm looking at your roster, is a Bastila team, but that requires a Zeta and requires you to gear some of your other characters, like your Kenobi that's currently at gear 8. That would need to be geared up, and then potentially you can run a Bastila with Grandmaster Yoda, Hermit Yoda, Ezra, and General Kenobi, if you are looking for a little change of pace. Now, the benefit of that is that Bastila Zeta is really good, and since you're somewhat far away, I mean, if you continue to farm your Old Republic, I think you'll be able to get it the next time around. Your Bastila Shan is 7-star, your Jolie is 5-star, your Mission's 5, your T3 is 5, and your Zalbar is 5. And so another 3-4 month cycle, you should be able to get all of those to 7-star, which would be the priority. And then you should be able to get Revan the next time around. So until then, the Zeta Bastila is going to serve you really well. It's a very solid Zeta. A lot of people didn't bother because simply of the fact that they were planning on getting Revan. And so for you, I would say that Bastila is fine. But the other part of it is your Sith right now are probably your best team. I know it's boring. I know that it feels like they're a little bit behind the curve now. But until you get Traya, I know you said you're doing Heroic Sith, but you feel way behind on that team. Let me just double check that you don't have Traya. Yeah, so you don't have Traya yet. Until you get Traya, you are probably, unfortunately, stuck with just your Sith Empire team, with your Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Thrawn, Sion, Nihilus. So I know that may not be the best news you want to hear, but that's based on where your roster is. We don't want to unnecessarily push characters and do all these other kind of things. That would be the team that you're going to run. Work on your Old Republic so that you can get Revan the next time around. And yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, but that's your best team right now. Looking at your mods, though, in order to see what you can do in order to get higher, I'm going to look at your mods based on speed secondaries. And when I look at your mods based on speed secondaries, at first glance, it looks like you've modded these fairly well. It looks like your fastest mods are on your arena team for the most part. You have some on your Jedi and your like Chewie and stuff, but for the most part, I'm seeing Thrawn, Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Sion at the top. So it looks like you've modded these fairly well. You might be able to speed up some of these characters a little bit more and actually gain a little bit of a benefit compared to where you are at now. When I'm looking at these, I think you have the potential to maybe speed it up a little bit, not by much, if any. You've modded these actually pretty well. I'm trying to think what we can do in order to help your arena team, because it looks like you have these modded fairly well. Now, if you are running, he said you struggle against Bastila teams and CLS teams. How are your Night Sisters? Ooh, your Night Sisters aren't ready yet either. I'm trying to think what we can do in order to make this team better against those. Do you guys have any suggestions? Because
there's nothing he can do, man. He's gonna have
yeah,
to.
That's the.
He just missed.
Until he gets Traya.
He's got to put his head down and just keep grinding and do the best he can. I mean,
yeah.
Until he gets either Traya or Revan or 3PO, big pieces are missing, from the teams that kind of limit what we can do. and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're I think what this is a 1.4 GP we're looking at. So I mean, you're on the right path. And don't get frustrated. Listen, it takes time. And the thing that I'm liking here is that you've done a lot of the right characters. You got Bosk, you got Grand Admiral Thrawn, Palpatine, CLS, Chewbacca, 7 Stars, Han. So we're just missing those last roundabout pieces. You know, we got to get you get your BB-8. We got to get your. I think we got to get your JTR. I don't
He
see
has his
that.
BB-8. It's just B.
No, I
it's
said
Gear
he's got his
7.
BB-8. I don't see his JTR.
Oh yeah.
So you'll get JTR probably, here soon. I mean, so but
There's
she's
only
not a priority.
one suggestion I can think of that he may want to try. Now, it's not going to be as effective without C-3PO, but it's CLS, Han, Chewie, R2, and Kenobi. But R2 and Kenobi need gear from where they're at. If you want to develop a CLS team, now a CLS team is very solid. It's a little less effective without C-3PO, but it can still be an effective team. And if you are just bored of the Sith, then that would be the team that I would work on, because that is your next closest effective team. You have the Zetas that are necessary. If you want to put a Zeta on Number Crunch, it's a solid Zeta on R2. So you can do that. You already have the Zeta on Chewie. You have the Zeta on CLS. You have the Zeta on Han Solo. So you have the Zetas that you need, and the Zeta that you have on CLS is it binds all things.
He could go Nest with the Sith, but I don't see his Nest anywhere.
That's like it's basically a lack of depth, right?
Yeah.
And that's expected.
That's okay.
With where you are, but it's unfortunately one of the things you'll have to struggle with if you're facing Bastilas and if you're facing CLS teams. The one team that you can maybe work on that's good is Night Sisters. Night Sisters have a huge depth in this, and the Night Sisters are pretty solid. And that's a faction you can work on. It'll help you with Heroic Sith. It'll help you in Arena. So there's a lot of things that you can do with the Night Sisters. So that's a faction you want to consider kind of working on here. I would still focus on your older public to try and get Revan, because he's such a meta character at this point, and the older public are solid characters as well. Bastila, Jolie. T3 is a little bit of a niche character. You can use him with droids, and he works out really well with those, but droids are a later game, so you don't have to worry about him. Same thing with Zalbar and Mission. They're a little bit of a later, but less of a later character than T3, and so Mission Zalbar work out really well as well. Bastila, Jolie, solid characters you can utilize now because you have the other Jedi basically ready in order to put together Bastila lead Jedi team instead of Revan. So I would say your priorities would be Old Republic and then Night Sisters. And that may help you a little bit until you get Traya, and then Traya needs to be your priority to gear up immediately and switch to a Traya lead Sith team instead of your EP. Trying to think what else we can do in order to improve his...
Yeah, your territory wars team says you look. So just stick with the pillars, my friend. Let's just keep rocking and rolling, getting those characters done. It'll give you more teams for territory wars, things of that nature. So, don't get frustrated. I mean, I've been running Traya for months. It's just Arena is one part of the game. It's an important part, but it's just one part. There's other things to it. So, as you expand your roster and get more characters and get them geared, you stay focused. You're going to start seeing the results in your hard work and patience pay off. So don't get discouraged or anything like that. You're eventually, you're doing Heroic Sith Raid. You're fine. You're doing, so do the best you can. Keep farming what you're farming. You're in the Heroic Sith Raid. That's going to help you out eventually. So don't get frustrated.
I mean, you built your roster really well, but it's a newer roster, right? So we don't want to necessarily keep on pushing you in multiple directions. Your focus, you're going to get Traya shards, which is perfect. So get ready for Traya, and you have all your Sith kind of ready to go here anyway. So you're in a great position there. Then you're working on your Old Republic. Keep on pushing towards Revan.
Yeah, because he's missing.
Once you get Traya, things will change for you.
Yeah,
Traya can beat CLS. Traya can beat Bastila. You have Gear 12 on your Scion and your Nihilus. I mean, you're in a very good position once you get Treya.
Your gear farming is toward the pillar system. So once you get your Old Republic character squared away, which is really good because they can be used in a lot of places, then you can also look at you're going to need the veterans eventually. JTR is the last one you need to finish off your pillars. You're missing 3PO, you're missing JTR, you're missing Revan. The other ones are done, which is good. But adding those 3 characters is going to help you out tremendously. Just giving you more depth in your roster, things of that nature. So, I think for now you just stick with the pillar system. You just keep going after those characters. Because once those are rounded off, then you start trickling down from your arena team, especially let's say you get Revan and stuff like that, 3PO, and JTR. I mean, come on. That's all you need. So if you stay with these for the next couple months, farm those characters, unlock them, you'll have the squads to go along with them, then you can start rounding out your team. Your arena team will work your way down, and that's what it's all about. But we were all here once upon a time, my friend. He also wanted us to look at ships too.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, you're doing a good job with everything at this point. I mean, your mods are good. Your characters are good so far. It's just the depth. So you're doing everything well. So don't be discouraged. You're getting to the point where you're gonna kind of go over that bump once you get Treya. So, looking at your ships again, you're building a very solid squad here. You're working on your Houndstooth, which is great, and you're getting ranked 9 in fleet, so
That's
you're doing well.
really good, yeah.
Yeah, we can take a look at fleet and see if you can do. He wants to know if you can do better with another fleet.
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, all I could recommend is finish up Houndstooth and then work on getting. I can tell he's farming Xanadu Blood and probably IG 2000 right now. Get those to at least 5 stars so you can get
Millennium Falcon next time.
Millennium Falcon next time around. I mean, he's already got 7-star Ghost and Phantom.
Yeah, You've done well with ships. The only other thing I can recommend is start working and getting your home 1 to 7-star and try to get a 7-star Chimera. That'll be your next thing, right? Because you're running a 5-star capital ship. We want to get that to 7-star as soon as possible. So start working on your home 1. You have your rebels. Let me just make sure you have all your rebels kind of together. It looks like it anyways. Yeah. Biggs, Ghost, Wedge, Phantom, all 7-star. You will need Biston or Cassian, so you'll want to work on those. Get the U-Wings up and start working your way to the Chimera 7-star. That'll be kind of your next task. Because once you get Chimera to 7-star, then you're going to solidify your roster or your fleet even more. Because you're running a solid team right now as it is. So, yeah. Fleet-wise, you're doing well. Yeah, Mike?
Should be well on the way. I was just going to say, out of Bistan and Cassian, of course, Cassian's ship is piloted by Rogue One, isn't it? Yeah. So you need Rogue One. You have that, yeah. So, and the ship is free, and chances are you've already geared up the crew members quite considerably already. So,
especially compared to
I've been saying for a few days now that I've got the MILF. I'm running it in my fleet. My first reinforcement, the way I play it is first time round, Akbar cleanses whoever's got the breach. Second time round, Cassian comes out, takes all the buffs away from everyone, target their MILF, it's down, it's gone, away you go. It works lovely. Really does work nice.
All right. So I think that's kind of where you need to go, my friend. You're getting there. I know it's a marathon, not a sprint. And
yeah, and I mean the last thing he said is that he knows he's behind on the heroic Sith teams, which is fine. I know we give Grande a lot of crap, but it's really nice what the system is that the Dark Lords have. Yes. They rotate around people to allow people to get their heroic Sith done and get these Treya shards. I looked at your guild, and obviously you're kind of on the lower end, but it's a Sith raid completing guild. That's all that matters right now.
Yeah.
Get those Treya shards. Don't worry about helping with the heroic Sith. I'll be honest.
The best you can.
I don't know if Grande's here, but I think he would agree with me as well. Work on building your roster the correct way, and let the fact that you are in a guild that is doing heroic Sith kind of drive you to getting a better roster. Once you get Treya, you're going to get a better Sith team. Once you get a better Sith team, you're going to go higher in arena. You're going to get more crystals. You're going to get more payouts. Then you can start working on those teams that we mentioned, like, let's say, the Night Sisters. That'll be a solid team for you everywhere in the game. Night Sisters are good in territory wars. They are good in dark side territory battles. They are good in Grand Arena. They will be good for you in the raid. You work on teams that provide you multiple benefits, and you will be solid moving forward. So just keep on working the way that you're doing right now, and I think you're going to be in a great position.
I agree.
Grande, I saw you unmuted. Are you with us?
You actually talked good about me? I'm just messing with you. Yeah, man.
I changed my mind.
We have a
Saley
great
slap Grande.
We have a
Graham
great
slap Grande.
We have a really great system. We try to help as many people as possible. Yeah. I mean, again, right? Lower rosters in our system really need to work on arena, and they really need to work on, ships, basically, right? I mean, you gotta, change your payout times if your payout times aren't right. Work on making sure that you're using, one of the top 2 or 3 meta teams, and then basically farm on getting the rest of the meta teams. Don't really worry too much about TW. Don't really worry too much about GA. Don't really worry too much about the raids. Just worry about what does it take to get me, to that next bracket in arena.
All right.
And whatever you do, don't wear salmon-colored pants.
All right. So with that,
crop tops
That's
are
a
fine
good
though,
PSA.
right?
if you have any other questions, let us know. You know where to get a hold of us, both J. Crow and Galactimos. Just go ahead and send us a PM. You can send me or Ranger or Grande, any of us PMs, and we'll definitely be able to help you out. We hope you answered your questions. Both of you guys are definitely building your rosters the correct way. I understand some of the frustration from Galactimos' part as part of the issue of being a newer player, but you building everything the right way, and once you get Treya, things are going to change for you.
That's right.
Just keep on pushing the way that you are. You're doing a great job.
So I say let's get to question. Now, wait, before we do that, Finn, how can someone wants to watch the review? How are they going to get it from RSG?
Very simple. Hop onto our RSG Discord and then message me, Finity, and I will put you on the queue. It is that simple. Once you message me, all I need is your GG page. Just send me a link to that and make sure that I respond that you are in the queue. I will respond to you. For everyone that's gotten a roster review, they know I send back a message saying I have added you to the queue. Some of them have to respond to me again, like just send me another message saying, did you get me in the queue? And then I'm like, oh crap, I forgot, I missed your message. I've added you to the queue now. So nothing wrong if you message me like a day or two after you send me the initial message. Just give me time. I will add you to the queue as long as I don't accidentally miss your message. That's simple.
All right.
Question that everyone asks. You are not required to pay. You're not required to be
we just take donations. Yeah, we do accept donations and
we appreciate it. All the money goes back into the stream, but nothing is required. Everyone gets one for free.
Get one for free. All right, let's go play with Revan and answer questions. Stanley Red snuck in so he can. Are you scooping up all the questions, Gingivitis?
Yeah, I got it ready.
Oh, very nice.
Captain Obvious, question, can you take Finn's privilege of making content away? Streaming at 8 a.m. is a cardinal sin.
Ranger is the one that decided that yesterday.
No.
Yeah,
I decided the time.
I told you.
Hold on. Let's be very clear. Finn wanted to do it before the lunch stream.
I said I could do it either way. All I said is I have a meeting at 10, so we can either do it before or we can do it after the lunch stream.
Okay. But we did announce it yesterday. It's not, I said I answered this early.
We announced it on
we announced it on the Wednesday night stream. So, yeah. But Captain Obvious can kill Finn. That's fine.
I still blame Finn.
Yeah.
If you think that's bad, wait until tomorrow. I might be doing like a 1 a.m. stream.
For what?
For Anthem. I downloaded the demo. They're doing the open demo now. So I think I have it downloaded. I don't know if there's going to be an update, but the open demo opens tomorrow at like noon. And then I have meetings in the afternoon, but then afterwards I'm planning on streaming that. So
Okay.
I'm hoping it's going to be fun.
I mean,
it was fun in the alpha, but there were some issues, so I'm hoping those are resolved now.
What else? 73 question. Now that we've all spent so many resources, how many new characters do you think they'll marquee next Wednesday?
who knows?
3.
3 being the number, and the number was 3. 2 is not enough unless counting toward 3. 4 is too far. 5 is right out of the question. Next question, please.
Ski Trooper, question after Silencer. What are the priority First Order ship abilities to put Omegas on when building a First Order-centric fleet for territory war / Grand Arena offense? Do you like Shuttle to start or Reinforce?
Shuttle has to be reinforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's his main draw, is his reinforcement ability of stopping your opponent from being able to reinforce effectively.
Agreed. And then you can put First Order TIE Pilot in the starting lineup. And I don't like SF and First Order TIE Pilot in the starting lineup. You need a better tank. That's one of the things that the First Order are kind of lacking. So I would put in another tank of some kind. A Houndstooth works really well, a Biggs or something like that. Actually, not really a Biggs. You don't get that much target lock. Houndstooth works really well. You could use a Rex. I've used a Rex in one of my TW composites.
B-28?
Yeah, B-28 can potentially work if you've worked on him. You need some kind of tank.
Like, if you're really looking for First Order, I'd recommend doing both the TIE fighters, Special Forces and regular TIE with Houndstooth in the starting lineup. Then you do Silencer and Kylo Ren's shuttle as reinforcements. Silencer will gain that afterburner buff to where whenever First Order, I think whenever a First Order gets hit, he gains advantage. So pretty much he always has advantage. And then of course,
I mean the reason I like Silencer in the starting lineup is because of that stun. That opening turn stun with the speed on the Silencer is really nice. So I love the control that you get. And then I've used Rex one time. I've also used, it's kind of not the conventional tank, is Poe. Because Poe can burn down whoever you've had. And the other one I've used with it, and I kind of broke up the team because I was trying out stuff, is Sunfac. I've used Sunfac with the First Order as well. So,
the fun sack.
Yes, the fun sack. All right, next question.
Darth Cyan 1972. Question, do you think the blue handkerchief from Crumb could be a hint for Jedi Luke because of the blue milk from episode 4?
No.
I think it could be, but the only thing I would say is that I don't expect Jedi Luke now. Jedi Luke is going to be closer to the movie release, I'm pretty sure. So somewhere after August and beyond, sometime around there is when I think speculation for Jedi Luke would be more reasonable. Not right now.
Yeah, it's probably just code for the handkerchief code.
No, Saintly.
Saintly, don't even.
God, Saintly.
Tangent Revolution. Question, do we mod Jolie for protection or health? Same question for GK.
Health. I went defensive and tenacity sets, health sets, and it was mainly health that I put on. We went for, if I'm not mistaken. But it's all blur because Grande had me just click, get in there, take that. I was like, oh Jesus.
Nick Merck, question, says Sith ships 5 times fast.
Sith ships, Sith ships, Sith ships, Sith ships, Sith ships. I win.
No. I lose.
Yeah, you lost. Damn it, Finn. What if that was for our souls or our lives? Or for a bag of Twizzlers?
No.
Felipe Miniscusi. Question: do I Zeta Vandor Chewy or wait for this month's news?
I'd wait, honestly, unless you're about to have the Kira squad completely finished and ready to go. I mean, wait a little bit. You know, I mean, unless you're ready to use that squad, I'd wait. But if you've got it set up and that's the last piece you need or something like that, then yeah, go ahead and do it. You know.
Yeah, Vandor's Zeta is really, really nice.
It's very good.
You know, that's the key. One of the keys to the Kira stall team.
Silverbolt, Dobby. Master Sanely has given Dobby a blue handkerchief. Dobby is free.
Oh God, no!
Dobby likes Sanely.
No.
Give Sanely
Next
sock.
question. That's not a question. That was just disgusting. Next question.
Harry Potter hates Sanely.
Next question.
Proper catch. Question: what is the speed on Ranger and Finn's Revans?
Currently mine's at 297. I got to get this last piece done. It'll be 303 after all said and done.
Not fast enough.
Mine isn't. So I haven't modded mine yet because mine is only at gear 8. I can't put my fastest set on it yet because my Thrawn set is all 6E, and so I can't put it on him yet. I did put the Enfys set on him to test, and he's at 284 at gear 8. So I think by the time I finish everything and I get him to gear 12 with the gear 12 plus pieces, I think my Revan is going to be somewhere around 315 or something like that. But I have to check. I'm not 100%. Actually, I'll run the calculation right now while we get the next question. What with my fastest set, what he should be.
Yeah, if you give us as a survivability.
Might as well do the calculation now because we're all caught up on questions.
Oh, hey.
Well, there we go. Okay. So if I do, let me see. So he gets.
Make sure you carry the. Make sure you carry the 3.
And he'll lose 12. So he gets 14 from the bonus, plus my Thrawn set is. Hold on, let me go to my Thrawn set. And my Thrawn set gives me. It's 141. So yeah, 315. The speed on my Revan should be a 315 once I max him out. But I have a. Yeah, 315. That's what he should be. But I need to get him to gear 12 plus, which is what I'm working on now. I didn't bother saving gear because I had other teams that I was working on.
I sense a lot of Corbantes in your future, Dr. Finn.
I know. I don't mind. I was working on other teams. I have no regrets about not saving gear for Revan because I had other teams and stuff that I was working on, and it was all for a better thing. I had no intention of just waiting on Revan when I had other teams I need to get to gear 12 and gear 11 and stuff. So I don't particularly mind. I said it before. More important than anything else is to get the unlock because you have time to get your characters up. I have other things that I'm working on. I stay focused with it. So if I'm working on gear, I'll continue to gear those characters, finish off the factions, and then I'll move on. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Right now, I need shower drains. Oh, let me see if I get any shower drains. Oh, look, there's some all over the place. Damn. Okay. So there's shower drains in the shard shop currency. There's some in the store. There's some for guild event or the regular guild tokens. Okay. So now my Revan is going to gear 9. Take my Revan to gear 9. He has some of the stuff to go to gear 10. I'm not going to be able to push gear 10. Let's see what I'm missing. Got that. Got that. Okay, so I am missing another shower drain and a stun gun. So I need a stun gun and a shower drain.
Yeah, try to say.
So yeah, that'll be the next things I'm working on. So now my Revan is gear 9. Haha.
Hey.
Yeah. Mist is asking how many Carbantes Revan needs in total.
400.
He needs 400. Yep.
400 Corbantes.
Hollow projectors, he needs
80.
4 of them, yeah. So 80.
Darth Cyan 1972. Question:
Sure.
when facing a mirror match with Revan, what is the best kill order?
Grande still here? No, Grande's not here.
Well, I mean, so I've been testing this out. So I went after Hermit Yoda like Ronnie told me to. Then I tested going after Jolie first.
You mean Grandmaster
Yoda, and then I went after Jolie. Had a little bit better with the Jolie. Going after him first because the AI is exactly what it does. It goes after your Jolie. It's like it's relentless. And I was like, okay, well all right, Dutch door action. Let me just throw this right back at you. And I won a couple matches. Now Darth Hideous had a great point. You can instead, when you're climbing, instead of General Kenobi, put Hermit Yoda in there and use it as offense and just burn Jolie down because that's a lot of assisting and stuff that you're getting additionally. So something I'm going to work on as well. But I don't have a I mean, I got to still play around with it a little bit. I'll go with what Grande is saying, going after Hermit Yoda first. Some are saying Jolie, Hermit Yoda are the two key parts. Like go after Hermit Yoda, burn him, and
Grandmaster Yoda.
I'm sorry, Grandmaster Yoda until he dies and revives with that thing, and then immediately switch all attention to Jolie. So,
Mike, what do you do? I know you've been.
Well, he uses Chewbacca, so he does something cray.
Oh, you use something else, Mike?
Yeah, what I've found, everyone was running the same squad, so it's Revan lead with Grandmaster Yoda, Hermit Yoda, Jolie, and Mr. Beardy. The General Kenobi. Sorry for those who don't know who Mr. Beardy is. So those are the 5 that everyone runs. And what I found is that taking Hermit Yoda out and substituting Chewie in works really well because basically Chewie then guards Grandmaster Yoda. Grandmaster Yoda is a 10-meter monster, so he's going constantly, and every time he goes, Chewie assists, putting tenacity down, and you tend to burn through it all. You might need to work out the order of how you do it, you work it. What I found is that my first move with Grandmaster Yoda is actually to deploy all the buffs, put the foresight up, because you still get in the hit through Chewie, protecting Chewie, and also it does something AI wise. I found that if I did an actual attack with Grandmaster Yoda, then their Revan targeted and killed my Chewie immediately, which made it a bit of a struggle. But by changing what Yoda does, AI tends to either target Jolie or Grandmaster Yoda, which is fantastic. Target either of them. They're going to take it all the way down. Then they're going to get the Revan boost. And yeah, by that time, you've got rid of their Revan. You've used Chewie to get rid of Mr. Beardy, General Kenobi, and then you're focused all on Jolie. It works. I didn't record it, but I've been quiet because it's my arena payout, and that I've just taken first. Sweet as.
All right.
1L73 question: how is Yoda modded on a Revan arena team? I got confused by all the different ways to skin a Yoda.
Okay, offense. He is all about offense. Now, everything is offense except for the one question, which is his triangle. That's the only one that people have different questions about.
I want offense.
Yeah, so offense will get you more consistent damage, especially against a Revan team that has Kenobi, because Kenobi will put crit immunity. And so that is why people will often go with offense. But it depends on how much and where you're using your Yoda. If you're using it specifically for arena and facing other Revan teams, offense is the way to go. But if you are looking to maximize his damage and you don't want to keep remodding and you want to keep the Grandmaster Yoda to be usable in other phases, he gets more damage with his crit damage primary on a triangle. But again, that is not going to be useful against a Revan team on defense that has a Kenobi. So it all depends on what purpose you're modding for, what you're looking for, all of that. So if you are looking for a Revan team in arena that can consistently beat other Revan teams, then all you really need is offense. Focus on offense the same way you're focusing on speed for your Revan. But if you're looking for an overall and you're trying to be able to use your Yoda in other areas as well, then you can go ahead and use critical damage. The average output increases on your Yoda against non-crit immunity with crit damage. There you go.
Helenix, question, what's the lowest investment in terms of level, gear, and abilities that y'all have seen put on the OG5 Old Republic tunes so I can beat the Jedi Knight Revan event with minimal levels / gear / abilities, etc.?
The which event?
The Revan?
Jedi, yeah, the Revan one.
I mean, okay, so we did this earlier, right? Mine are much higher than Ranger's. Ranger, what was your gear levels?
12 on Jolie and Bassel with everything done on them, right? I think Mission was 10, Zalbar was 8, and T3 was 7. So
okay, because from what I've seen, the only thing you really need is a strong Bastila. And everything else can be like gear 8 or something. Most of these are star checks, not gear checks. And so you should be able to do gear 8 and beat these events. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything else besides maybe like a combination gear 8 and 7 with a decent Bastila. Outside of that, I haven't seen much reported on like the lowest one, but I think that's all you really need. That Terran Tatic really didn't hit all that hard. He just had a crazy amount of hit points. Like he was hard to take down himself because he didn't take a lot of damage. But in terms of actually like dealing with him, yeah, I think you're fine with like gear 8, pretty much everywhere else. Yeah, so Nick Merck is saying he did it with the gear 10 Bastila without a Zeta, a gear 8 Jolie, and then everybody else was total garbage. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing roughly the same things. Now, Zalbar and Mission are both good characters, so if you want to work on them, that's fine. But if you're looking to limp in, I will start with Bastila and Jolie and just see how close you get and just kind of go from there. Because I don't even know if you necessarily need the other ones. The healing of Jolie and the damage of Bastila should be, if you're reasonably geared on them, should be enough.
Stama Osbaf, question, how does Finn feel about the how the Royal Rumble went down and the matchups made for WrestleMania?
Ooh, I like that question. Okay, so let's see, which ones shall we talk about first? The women's match on the SmackDown side, I think kind of went as expected with Becky and Asuka. I figured Asuka was going to win, so it's not terribly surprising. It was cool to see Becky win the Royal Rumble. I was not expecting her in there. I guess Lana got hurt. I don't know if that was fake or not, that she was actually injured. But Becky getting into there and winning, I think, was cool. And it actually leads to the plot line that everyone was hoping for, which is Becky versus Ronda Rousey. So I think that leads to a really cool plot line. I'm trying to make sure I remember all the matches. The regular Royal Rumble with Seth Rollins winning, I can say I was kind of disappointed in, but it's disappointment from kind of a larger perspective. It's the fact that I was hoping they would do a lot more with the Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins stuff, and they kind of, and Seth Rollins, or I mean, Ambrose is basically leaving now. He's pretty much leaving WWE because they kind of screwed his entire character on that. So they kind of got stuck with Seth Rollins not having a good plot. They kind of ruined that whole thing. I was hoping Braun Strowman would win, so we'd have that Strowman-Lesnar fight at WrestleMania. That is a WrestleMania fight. So that one, a little bit disappointed in. They kind of screwed Ambrose again, so I don't like that, and he's going to be leaving pretty much, so that kind of sucks. Shinsuke Rusev, I don't really care. They've overdone that matchup. The tag team, fine, nothing special there. I'm trying to think, what are the other ones? Daniel Bryan beating AJ Styles with the help of Eric Rowan definitely makes sense because they basically turned Daniel Bryan into a super heel, and he's done a fairly good job of it. I don't understand this whole Eco Warrior thing. It's a little bit bizarre. I hope they kind of fix that up because right now it's kind of doesn't fit everything that's been going on with Daniel Bryan. I'm not a huge fan of that turn, but it's been working so far, so it still works there. And then Lesnar beating Finn Balor, not unexpected. And I'm glad they had Finn Balor put up a fight. It does provide him kind of the opportunity to show that he can fight against Lesnar and keeps his character going. So, yeah. Overall, not bad. There were just a few of them that is... I don't know. I was more disappointed. The most disappointment I had was the Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, and not because of the result, but simply how they kind of handled Ambrose throughout this process, and now he's going to leave.
Okay.
Felipe Mini Cusi. Question, do I change my Grandmaster Yoda arrow for offense or stay with speed?
Offense.
Offense.
If you can get a good one that has a speed secondary, then do it. Those are like the holy grails right now for people that have decent mods, is to get those arrows with a crazy high speed secondary. Those are like the holy
man.
grail.
I'm in a lobby, a Discord server, and I think it's on a potency. It's a potency arrow, which is a fence, 6E with 203 offense.
Ooh, that's nice.
8.5 and 203 offense. And then he was asked who it was on, and currently it's on Akbar. So the following comment was, so now he hits for 5k, yay.
Oh god. I guess that is one way to do it.
It's a strategy thing, I think. But yeah, no, sorry, it's just going back to, we had a big discussion, didn't we, about high numbered offense and what was considered high and so on. And even in that chat, 200s are rare.
Yeah, I have only one, I think, 200 mod. It's a square that I have on Han Solo. It is 204. I think that's my maximum. Let me check. I think that's my maximum. I don't think I have. I think my next one drops down to like 170 or something like that after.
And the other thing I was going to say, I saw, we were discussing earlier about missions Alba and what you do with them afterwards. If you have geared them, there's a YouTuber, End All Be All, and he's posting loads of vids where he's running Revan, but he's running missions Alba, and the most recent one is an auto win against a Revan Jedi squad. That's including Jolie.
Yeah, I mean, I think what a lot of people fall into, and we've cautioned about this before, right, is to play that mirror match game and try to see how your team can beat the other one, when it's so much easier just to switch to another team that counters it. Once you have Revan, you have one of the characters that is required for like the pure counter, right? It's the same thing with Traya. Yeah. If you're facing a Traya team and you have a Traya team, just put EP lead and put your Traya in there and you have a better counter. So you don't have to force that rock versus rock. Play rock, paper, scissors and make your life easier.
Definitely.
Next question.
Proper catch. Question, with the typical Revan team and facing a Traya team, what is the kill order?
Anything you want?
Press auto.
Yes.
So that's pretty much how it is.
The AI plays it right. Kill Traya.
Yeah, it always goes with the Traya.
Once Treya's dead, they get no dispels or anything like that, and you can run amok everywhere.
As long as you don't keep the circles stuck on the zombie, you should be good.
What? Oh, Scion. I'm like, there's no Night Sister zombie on that team. I guess you could put Night Sister zombie on that team.
I was like, I didn't have any corn. How did that get in there?
Next question.
That was the last question.
Hooray!
We did it. We did it all morning long. We worked together. Did a good job, guys.
All right.
All right, close.
And yeah, so this evening we'll have the
Tactical Monsters, baby.
Tactical Monster stream. Our Tactical Noob stream. We'll do that at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
I'll be joining Mist at 9:30, like he'll every week. So I'll be there. I'll be hanging out over there. But
we're really excited too, by the way. We got our first in-game promotions in Tactical Monsters.
Yes, we did.
Really exciting. They put our video up there, so we're really excited about that. So it's not a new game, but it's new for us. It's about a year old now. It's a really cool game, and it really is tactical. Like, you get the monsters, they have particular abilities, a lot of different stats. It allows me to make a spreadsheet. I mean, it's fun. So if you guys haven't seen it, check it out again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern.
That's what I say. Check it out. All right. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for stopping in. Stop what you're doing. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe, please. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but subscribe and spread the word through your Discord channels. Highlight our videos, things of that nature. Spread the word about RSG. Help us out. We got our Patreon and we got the ACS campaign. So we got all that going on. So make sure you check out us tonight on different channels. I'll be hanging out with Miss. He's going to be unlocking his Revan, so that'll be fun. And then we got the Tactical Monsters on this channel with Finn and Tits and Grande. Loki goes? No. Let's go 3. So, I'm going to have myself and the crew. Thank you guys for stopping in. Have a great rest of your day, and we will holler at you later. Peace.